What up, y'all? This is Brandon Hines with Hines Professional Services, and I'm going to show y'all what we got on this deck. This is pretty much day 2. We came up here like 3 days actually, but it's just been like a half a day here and a half a day there. So all we like is the handrails and the X bracing up underneath the deck, and staining the deck and painting on the front of the house. We got a little spot to paint. Anyway, this is what we got. Everything's cut to fit. See how good we got our post. Everything is braced and has carriage boards on it, so this thing will never settle. That board right there is a carriage board, just so you know. It holds up the stairs. Pretty much the same thing as this board, which holds up the frame. This right here is a carriage board as well. It holds up the whole frame of the deck. That way it can never sag. That's how they build docks. That's how I used to build docks. It's the best way to build them for strength. Anyway, this is what we got. We do decks, additions, concrete work, pavilions, pole barns, lean-tos, anything like that. It's what I've done for my whole life, except for window tint, which I only started doing that like 5 years ago. Oh, and as you can see, like right here, each one of our poles, we poured 6 inches of concrete in the bottom of the hole, let it dry, and then set our post. And then after we set our post, we concreted around the post and let it exceed out of the ground. You only got to do it by 2 inches, but most of ours are about 3.5 because they're the width of a 2x4. This way, when it rains and the dirt washes and you know, it gets wet down here on the ground, it's not going to get up past this concrete. So this board, this 4x4, it can never rot because the concrete recedes out of the ground like it does. If you build a deck by code, that's how it's supposed to be done. If you get on YouTube or look up anybody who builds decks and that's what they've done their whole life, that's how it's done. There are a few different ways to do it. In my opinion, this is the best. Especially as far as strength wise. And when I said X bracing, what I mean is between these 4x4s there'll be a 2x4 that comes down, and then on the back side of it one that comes across, so it'll look like an X. Then we'll get it, and then we'll skip the middle, and then these will get it, and then every pole on the deck will be braced, so it won't have no rock. But it already don't have rock. And we also mounted the deck to the brick. So it ain't going nowhere. But anyway, that's what we got going on. If anybody needs anything like this, 256-557-2866. Hope everybody's having a good day. Peace.